Welcome back everyone. So iOS 14 has been out for about 2 weeks now, I think, and beta 2 should be around the corner. I'm not too sure when that's going to be coming out, but I will tell you right now, iOS 14 on the iPhone 7 is not the best combination of these two devices and software just yet, okay? Now, before I get too far in this is the first beta, okay? It's going to get better. I'm sure beta 2, beta 3 will fix a lot of these issues, but just in case they don't, or just in case they don't know about it, I will tell you iOS 14 on a majority of my devices has been pretty stable. It's been pretty good for the most part on all of them, but that doesn't mean they're always going to be good, and it doesn't mean you should automatically install them. For a lot of people who own the newest iPhones, like the iPhone XS, even 10, iOS 14 has been pretty good. So consensus might be, oh, iOS 14 is good on all devices, but that's not the case. Some devices perform differently than other devices, and with the iPhone 7 specifically, it really hasn't been holding up too well on my iOS 14 software update. So the install process really wasn't too bad. Last year when I was installing the iOS 13 beta on these phones, I was messed up all over the place. They were boot looping. I couldn't even get out of the boot loop on some of them. I bought another iPhone 7 that ended up boot looping my iPhone 7 Plus. It was a whole process. I made so many videos talking about it. But with this iOS 14, the install wasn't bad at all. It just took a long time to, get the software downloaded. But after that, it was a pretty good process, if I'm being honest. It really wasn't too bad at all. But the main thing that I'm basically seeing and the biggest problem is the stability. And that's honestly the biggest problem when it comes to software at all. The battery life, performance, those things can get better over time. And I think for a lot of people, they don't really care too much about the performance aspect on these older iPhones because they're already expecting it not to be that great. Even the battery life, you know that the older iPhones aren't really going to be lasting you, as long as an iPhone 11 Pro or something, which is expected. But the stability of these phones should still be there, regardless if you have an iPhone 6 or if you have an iPhone 11 Pro Max, you should still have a stable device. And on this specific software, it's not stable just yet. That doesn't mean iOS 14 is bad. It doesn't mean the iPhone 7 is bad. It just means that the specific beta, as of right now, you should probably just stay away from it and uninstall it. So when it comes down to the stability, and this is insane, a lot of my third-party apps don't open. So things like Fruit Ninja, for some reason that wouldn't open. It just hung up on the loading page. A lot of my other apps like Temple Run 2, when I was doing that performance test, that was what I was seeing for the most part. Those specific apps were not opening, which is really weird. So if you rely a lot on third-party apps, then it's probably not going to be a good look or a good stability case if you're going to go ahead and use iOS 14 on a main phone. Now, if you have a side phone, that's totally okay. But if you're using iOS 14 on your iPhone 7, you're going to see that a lot of your apps on this first beta, maybe even the second beta, who knows, do not work or do not open. So that was one thing right there. But I even tried Safari, which is a native built-in, Apple makes Safari browser. You guys already know this. And I'm sure a lot of you guys use this specific browser. For some reason, the iPhone 7 cannot open Safari either, or it doesn't load the pages, it doesn't do anything. It's so weird. It's just like a black screen. Now, I don't get that either. It's a very weird thing. The App Store, clock, all those other things open. Safari and third-party browsers and third-party apps, some of them do not load, but other ones load too. So it's just so weird in my opinion. Now, is that a bad thing? For now, yeah. Does that mean iOS 14 is bad? Absolutely not. iOS 14 is in its first beta, like I stated before. It's going to get better over time. And if anything, this is just a stepping stone. Apple, I sent my feedback to Apple within the app, and it should have gotten them. And hopefully they see it. It's only a matter of time before beta 2 comes out. And I'm curious to see what they fix. If they do fix it, is it going to be a permanent fix? Is beta 3 going to randomly come back with these issues too? These are things that I will probably have to see with the iPhone 7 specifically. But as of right now, that seems to be the biggest issue on the iPhone 7 on iOS 14. Other devices have other little things, but this is probably one of the more apparent ones that I've seen so far. So that's really pretty much it. Just a quick little update on it. If you guys have any questions or anything else, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. So it'd be so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.